Such a good song. Such a good, underrated song. Hello. Thank you all for tuning in, either live or to the VOD, to the art stream. So, excuse me. I am going to set up some chill music to get us started. If I can find... Here. Let's see.
What's up? It's Ryder Lyons,
That's an ad.
five-star quarterback, class of 2026, and I'm wearing Under Armour Heat gear. Does it make
Okay, that'll work. Okay. So, I have a new setup, a new microphone that I'm using now, thanks to the internet being extended to a larger portion of my house so that I can be in a more comfortable position. Yeah, I hope this sounds all right. I didn't really have much time to test it, but I'm hoping this sounds good. So, anyways, today we are drawing some backgrounds. The thing we're starting with is a background to replace the screen that you're looking at right now, a new starting soon screen to go with my avatar, which I actually have not shown yet. Hold on. New avatar that I did in the last art stream, somewhere around here. There. Ta-da! Open, close, open, close. We're good. Okay. So, it is time to begin. Let me just make sure that looks good. Okay. Okay. All right. We're running a little slowly, but that's all right. Oh wait, I didn't start recording yet. Darn it. Okay, we're recording. All right. Still not showing the new screen. Oh well. Well, it should be getting there at some point. We'll go ahead and start drawing, I guess. So, for the starting soon screen, I'll probably want a... I was thinking of doing like a fireside starting soon screen with a chair and a fireplace in the back, and might even be able to animate the fire. We'll see how far we get. Of a, general nice looking house. And if you have any, and again, this is an Ask Me Anything stream, so I have a few things that, I'll have to talk about if nobody asks. But if you have anything you'd like to ask me, leave it down in the chat, and I will see if I can answer it. So yeah, this is a chill chat stream. Just another one of them. Okay. Oh, this sounds very pretty. Okay. Want that brush size. Okay. So, if you didn't catch my... Let me back this, zoom out a bit. Oh, wrong way. There we go. That clicking noise is making me think of a gun cocking. It's a little unnerving. Surely it should show the picture. Okay, there we go. Okay. So in case y'all missed the post from a couple weeks ago, I was yeah. I decided to discontinue um the Kirby playthrough stream for the time being. At least put it on hiatus. Let me make sure the microphone's positioned correctly. Okay. Yeah, it's on hiatus for right now. Reason being that some Kirby fans might take this as an insult, but the games were not fun enough to justify. It sounds horrible, but basically nobody was really watching them, or at least at the time anyways, nobody was watching them live anyways, and which I'd be totally fine with if I was enjoying myself. And Kirby's Adventure for the NES, it brought a lot of frustrations, and I was able to power through those frustrations before, even turn a couple of those moments into clips. I had a clip that actually did very decently well, most popular clip on my channel, of me raging at the Sun and Moon boss, but I just found that I just wasn't having fun. So I said, or I thought to myself, well, if I'm gonna be just doing, streaming to the void, or streaming to a, small audience, might as well be doing something that I'm enjoying, I'm not really sure how I wanted this to look, but I'm just starting with simple shapes. It's a good place to start. I've got another. I wonder where that soundbite comes from. I've got kind of a small, low effort video in the works where I'm just taking a conversation from the last art stream and basically containing my thoughts. And, sort of like a clip. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to be making a separate clips channel for it. Who knows? Maybe it'll do perform better on a separate channel. I don't know. Okay. But I don't know. Part of me just doesn't really want to separate it too much, especially if I'm not going to be posting there very often. This is a very good remix. But some of you might have, if you're watching this, you might have seen the Kirby comic dub that I did. Solitude. It's the video itself is, it's done all right for me. Maybe not as well as I had hoped, but it's not bad. I made a few shorts of it, and those actually performed a lot better. But I'd like for everyone to check out the full thing. Soundtrack is up as well on YouTube. Andrew Brisbane, yeah, I think that's, if I remember correctly. Sorry, Andrew, but that's how you pronounce it. Andrew is a extremely talented composer, and the soundtrack for the dub is up by raw by itself on my channel as well. If you want to go listen to his amazing work, I also left a link to his channel in the description of that video. How do I want this to look? Should I put the mantle here or up here? I'm thinking. Simpler shapes is probably what I want to err on the side of. In case you're wondering, the clip video that I was going to be making was, hang on, let me just check something real quick. Okay. Yeah. The clip that I was going to be making was of, my conversation on the Sonic Music debate. I don't know if I'm really in the position to be making a full scripted video on that topic just yet. Mainly because I feel like I would need a lot of background or need to do a lot of research in music and theory and whatnot, and I'm not sure if I really want. I'm not really sure if I'm ready to do that just yet. So I'm just kind of a guy that was unimpressed with the music and wanted to speak my mind on it. So I think a clip will do just fine for now. Putting out what's in my head. Improve the shape of that. Looks a little stout and underneath. Yeah. And I mentioned in previous stream, I don't remember which one it was, but I do have another comic in the works. I've been off and on it. You know, it's a 3-page comic. I'm not going as full steam ahead on it that I did with Solitude. You know, it's just kind of taking my time. You know what? I did not advertise the stream on my Tumblr, so maybe I should do that. 1 second. It's not exactly the most appropriate picture for today, but, you know, Kirby's drawing, art stream. So, that'll do just fine. Oh, no. Meantime, I anxiously await for a Steam sale for Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I'm excited to pick up the game for myself once it's a little more within my budget. Looks very fun. I was going to do this, yes. I guess what to expect from the comic is that it's not going to be quite as melancholy as Solitude. It's about King Dedede and Escargoon. I'll say that much. They're the prominent characters in it. It's more of a parody comic, I guess. I'm hoping it turns out all right. But yeah, I'll probably get it done. I don't know when I'll get it done. Maybe in the next month. I don't know. good enough. Okay. 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 I don't know, it's just a sketch. It can be exact on the line art phase. Gotta make these candles pretty short. No, that's not what I want. Eraser's too big. Hang on. Okay. In other news, there was a Glitch Direct for Glitch Productions and Indie Animation. I think I might just pop this. Okay, why is it not doing the thing? Okay. And what they have is pretty intriguing. I'm really excited for Digital Circus. Out of all the Glitch shows, that's the one that I've been following the most closely. Cliche, I know, but I just think it's really good, really interesting. The character studies. I haven't checked out Murder Drones yet, and I want to. I want sooner, at some point when I get the chance, I'd like to binge Murder Drones. I want to merge this. Okay. That looks really good. I saw a little bit of the Gaslight District pilot. I can tell a lot of love went into it. It just doesn't really look like my thing, so I don't know. I mentioned in the last art stream that I saw Knights of Guinevere. Yeah. Still very intrigued, very interesting. Looking forward to seeing more of that. And then the big announcement at the Direct was... Sorry. Big announcement at the... The big announcement at the Direct was... It didn't end the stream, did it? No, it's still live. Hello. Yeah. Sorry, I was distracted. The big announcement at the Direct was that Glitch had basically picked up Lackadaisy and they extended their budget, which is awesome because I love the Lackadaisy pilot. It's probably my favorite indie pilot on YouTube. Just so many things about it spoke to me personally. I loved the animation and the art style and the history. I'm a sucker for history, and I haven't gotten a lot of history from that period. So, but it's really I find it really interesting. So, yeah, and all the characters acting, everything was just kind of on point for me. It was just so So, like, like I want this to be a thing. I'm really, really excited for what they're able to do next with it. I was going to reach over there because I needed something. Don't remember what it is. Oh, right. Just gonna make sure that the stream is running smoothly on I want the fireplace. Probably err on the side of simplistic. Yeah, seems to be, well, don't speak too soon. I'll let that load. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be running all right. Oh, perhaps not. Oh, dang. Hold on. This may be an issue. It says excellent connection. So what's the deal? What's going on? Okay. I don't know. We'll see what becomes of this. I can always post the recording later. Because that is what it's doing. Not sure. Maybe I shouldn't add the fire yet in case that ends up being a different part of it. I don't know. We'll keep the fireplace empty for now. There we go. I think I want a chair here. Probably. What kind of chair, though? Why does it keep freezing up like that? Huh. Plenty of song covers that I always wanted to do. I kind of stopped bringing in the views, so I haven't worked on them. But I had a bunch in my head. And I have one written down. I have it all. An English cover. Had it all written out. This is really turning out to be more of a table. Let's see. It's really too high anyways. I wanted maybe like a more bulky chair. With a armrest. I've been following the Sonic Remix. Those who don't know, it's Sonic X, but it's a fan redubbing of Sonic X. A big project of people that want to do a more authentic English dub of the series, free from the 4Kids-isms. 4Kids-isms. Of the series. I auditioned for a voice role in that. A few of them. I didn't get picked for any of them, but they'll hold some more later on. Oh, that is creepy. What is that noise? Oh. Okay. And I've continued to follow. Not sure exactly what I want from this. Probably should have been wider. I don't know. Let me just finish this thought. I kind of wanted, you know, I wish there was a way to do an official, uncut dub of Sonic X. Maybe get the old English cast back for it. That would have been, I guess, the ideal outcome. But maybe not for everyone, but I think it would be a fairly ideal outcome. Get as many of the actors back as you can. It froze again. Not that I find anything wrong with the current cast. They're all very talented actors. And, I just feel like the actors from that old show, you know, they should get a chance to do it right. Because I feel like they were done a bad hand by poor kids. You know, it's not very likely, but it would be nice. I can dream. I did finish the English dub, by the way. You've been following that. Yeah, I still think that it was done a little bit dirty. But I understand why. I can understand the appeal of the English version. But that's why I follow Sonic Remix, so that I can... It's the closest thing I'll get, probably, to something more authentic, if it ever gets to the series completion. Hopefully it will. You know, you're probably not listening to this, but Discotech Media, if you ever hear me, you know, an uncut Sonic X dub. If you don't think that we want it, test that. Set up a crowdfunding page for an uncut English dub. I think I can almost guarantee you, us Sonic fans would come through for that. You know, you underestimate us. I feel like that would, if not to raise enough for the entire series, at least the first or second season. And yeah, I think you should put a little more faith in that. They're not going to hear this, but it sure would be nice. That's just my thoughts, though. That chair is too thin. I don't even know where I was going with this. It's so blocky and boxy. Alright, let me think about this. Thinking about this. Okay, this is Sonic music. I don't recognize... I mean, I know I've heard this music before. This is Sonic music, but I don't know from where. It's bothering me a bit. All right. Did I not turn that stupid... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Okay, I think this thing just had a seizure or something. Oh well. As long as it works. I feel like I should get a reference. Share. There's also not a lot of behind-the-scenes info on Sonic X. So, maybe someday somebody can, maybe, do a little more research into that. This looks pretty good. Yeah, this can be a good reference. I don't know if this is salvageable. What is it that I wanted it to look like? I mean, it's not completely unsalvageable. Oh yeah, it kind of is. Alright, start again. Maybe one day I'll do an interview series, or somebody can. Maybe, I would like it if somebody did, interviewing different people that were involved in Sonic X, sort of like the 4Kids Flashback podcast. Those who don't know what that is, it was a podcast where the hosts interviewed various people that worked at 4Kids to discover the secrets, or behind the scenes information on 4Kids Entertainment. And every episode was a new person. Maybe Sonic X could use something like that.
Okay.
Just my thought, though. Infinity, none. That's not good. That's weird. Oh, cool, that whole thing. It doesn't help that the YouTube studio says excellent connection, and yet it buffers like this, visibly. Why do you do that? Whatever. Alright. Please excuse my being slow. My speed. You're too slow. Simple shapes. I'll always start with the simple shapes. I used to be able to view chat through OBS. Where did that go? Oh well. Oh man. Of course, such a podcast series on the same scale as 4Kids Flashback would be quite the time investment. Not an investment that would be an easy task, something that easy to take on. And I already had a pretty large comic project in my thoughts that I'm still pretty passionate about. I hope that it'll see the light of day. I may have to shorten it quite a bit, though, than what I originally had in mind for it. Because comics take time. They take a long time. It is not an easy undertaking. You need to be able to dedicate a lot of time to it, a very large amount of time to it, And that needs to kind of be your life, and other people, you know, it's hard to do that when it's just a hobby to you, and you're not doing it as your career. I don't know, that looks pretty alright. Oh, man. That is not reassuring. I have the stream pulled up on my phone here, and it seems to be running it just fine. But when I look on through YouTube Studio, it keeps buffering and crashing, and I don't know why. I think that the whole because it says excellent connection. You can see it right here. You know, I'm motioning it with my cursor, and it says excellent connection. My phone runs it fine, but everywhere else it seems to be having a stroke. Whatever. Give me the armchair. Give me the armchair. Okay. I want this over here. I'd like to reveal a little more about the big comic project, but I don't want to reveal too much in case it never comes to be. You know, just let loose and then for nothing to become of it. It's Kirby related. I'll say that much. It's hard to have a story that you're passionate about in your head, something you really want to do, but requires a lot of your time, a lot of your investment. You wonder if it's worth it when you have so many other things going on. Wonder what it'll all amount to in the end. I suppose every artist has to go through that. Has the same struggles. I really do love this song. I haven't played Colors, but I know very well of this music. I'm glad it's here. I'm not really sure if I should really trust the stream information, seeing as how it keeps going kablooey. long as it keeps running on my phone, I know that it's working. I think. I really don't. I guess I really don't know. I assume. That's all I can do. What's there to talk about? You're on the wrong page. Where's my armchair? It's a little uneven. Wonder. That'll do just fine for now. Suppose since last time I talked about my opinions on the music of the Sonic movies, I suppose this time I could just talk about my opinions on the movies themselves. I went over them a little bit in the Maria death ranking video, which I do have on my channel, ranking every Maria death, which took me a very long time. That was a big time investment, about 5 months of my time. You know, so if you got 2 hours to spare, go check that out. Helps me out a lot. But anyways, there we are. First movie, I think is all right. I think the first movie, there's a lot of charm to be found in Sonic Movie 1. There's a lot of, I know a lot of Sonic fans don't like it, or they say it hasn't aged well. But yeah, I can see where they're coming from. It's not a very Sonic-like movie, but I think it is a well-made film, a well-made kids movie. There's a lot. I just find it very. I find there's a certain sense of innocence to it that the other movies, better as they are, don't really have. And some people I know a lot of fans may not like it, but I think the reason it works for me is because I actually do buy the friendship between Sonic and Tom Wachowski. I'm not sure if it can go on for multiple movies, but I think that in that movie, it worked for what it was. It's looking all right. Yeah. Of course, it's very. I first watched that movie when I wasn't too knowledgeable about Sonic. Um, but, you know, it got me interested. It was really Sonic X is what really made me a fan, but, you know, I probably wouldn't have gotten to that point if it weren't for the first movie. And then second movie I really liked, you know, had a lot more to do with Sonic. Had a lot more to do with Sonic than the first movie. How do I want to go about this? Had you know, I like Tails. I think he could have been. It was doing Tails right. I think was a pretty difficult task, from just the way that the post-credit scene sets him up, because you gotta follow that formula. And I definitely think he has better interpretations out there. Sonic X comes to mind. But he was done well for what he was. Knuckles was done well. Eggman was done better. Still seems a little bit too on the classic Jim Carrey side for my tastes, but works for what he is. Let me look at that picture again. Curve this a little bit this way. I go more into the missed opportunities they had with the music in the other art stream, or actually I'm gonna have that clip video out pretty soon, so when that's out you can just see all my condensed thoughts there. And then the third movie, I think not exactly a hot take. It is the best of the trilogy. You know, everything's turned up to 11. I'm just kind of dotting these. Shadow was done well. You know, there's not really much to say about movie 3 that hasn't already been said. Everything you've heard about it is correct. You know, all the nice things people have said about it is correct. I guess the only the weaknesses I would say it has is that it can have a few problems with its tone. You know, Jim Carrey doesn't really help that. It's also had a thought for it. I don't remember what it is. Oh well. Makes me wonder, I was just saying earlier that the Tails post-credit scene kind of made it difficult. His introduction in the second movie a little difficult. I think it's going to be even more difficult for the next movie. Sonic Movie 4. no spoilers. You've probably already seen it, but no spoilers. The reveal, the way that they did the reveal, seems like it was kicking the movie off a little prematurely. You know, it feels like the way. It feels like an isolated scene from the fourth movie rather than a tease. And it starts right after the ending, like it's right after the ending of, excuse me, the third movie. So I don't know how that would work out. I think our chair has turned out all right. I guess it just needs its legs now. Gosh, I wasn't expecting to get so tired so fast. Had to croak again, didn't you? Let me try something. Okay. Hopefully in the future I'll be able to do some more intriguing premises for streams. Maybe play a bit of, maybe I'll do a mod showcase for Sonic Adventure or something. Oh, that might be fun. I've already tried so many. But it'd be fun to try out some new ones. Alright, I'm looking now and it says the legs on the front should be straight. Let me check to see if that... Yeah, there it is. It's a bit of a delay, but too drastic. No. Actually, while I'm at that, all right, we're good. Anyways, I didn't really want a Sonic 4 because I thought that the third movie would have been a very good place to end things. And that was before I saw the movie, and now that I've seen the movie, my opinion hasn't really changed. I still think at least the live-action movie franchise should have ended at 3. Most particularly with how some things were left off. Trying not to spoil. Oh, that looks wrong. Um, yeah, but I mean, because, there's also potential in a standalone Sonic film. You know, maybe an animated movie, how Into the Spider-Verse was pretty standalone, set in its own universe. I think there is a lot of potential in that. What stories you could tell. Not limited to the live-action world, the real world, so to speak. It's not even that late. I don't know why I'm getting so tired. I've only been streaming for an hour. Let me look at that reference again. Okay. Trying to think, where's that from? It's Sonic CD, isn't it? Maybe I'm just doing. Maybe I've just got a brain fog because I'm exhausted. Maybe Square. I don't know. That looks all right. Yeah. Nice armchair. I suppose I could add a few more patterns to it, but it is just a sketch. A simple sketch. Might correct this. It's a little better. As far as other things I'm in, there's an animation channel. Daniel, like the name of the channel, but it's Daniel Animation something. And he makes some great web animations. He's working on a Pokemon series right now, and I voice one of the characters. It's not a very important character, but or at least not at the moment. But it's been fun. So I think there's a new episode releasing this week. So, maybe I can find what's his name actually. What the name of the channel it actually is. Daniel Animation Productions. Sorry, Daniel. But yeah, shout out to Daniel Animation Productions. I'm in a few of his stuff. There's an Ace Attorney video that I was in. Pokemon Elite Academy is the name of the series. And we'll have our 4th episode in 2 days. 2 days. On Friday, the 17th. There's already a trailer out for it, if you want to go look at that. Okay. Now what? I guess I could add a carpet here. And maybe some pictures on the walls. Add a framing to this room, I suppose. I also wanted maybe a pattern above the fireplace. And haven't decided what to put here yet. But I'm really tired. I think I'm just gonna take a breather real quick, and I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright, I'm back. Thought I'd just grab a snack, keep my energy going. I think we can go on a little bit longer. Not sure. We'll go ahead and look at the video that I was putting together. Yeah, I don't know where this fatigue set in. It's just a clips video. I just thought, you know, it'd be nice to get my thoughts to a few different, slightly wider audience. Really something to make shorts out of, because shorts tend to do a lot better on my channel than the regular videos. Excuse me. Still get views on that old Sonic X breaking the fourth wall for 11 minutes straight video that I made so many years ago. You know, that's just what the people wanted, I guess. Or rather, it's what the algorithm wanted. Well, we all try. If I had my way, I'd probably just make song covers and voice acting fixes. Maybe some Sonic discussion videos as well. So the editing together of the clips is all done. I just wanted to add a little bit of overlay to maybe a few examples to make the clips more relevant. That's not what I want. But yeah, sick tunes these are. It's probably going to be easier without the pen. Sorry, I was using a pen. Because I was still on the art thing. Gosh, once a short of yours on a channel does well, you're really tempted to just make shorts out of everything you can. You know, some do well, some don't. The other day, I had briefly thought about, because I had kind of run out of video. I mean, I could probably make shorts out of the Maria video till the cows come home because of how long that video was, but I know I gotta sift through it to find those clippable moments, and that takes time. I don't know. I was tempted to make clips or I had considered making, taking clips out of that response video that I made a couple months back to another channel. But I decided against it because I ultimately felt that it wouldn't have been very... I just didn't feel it was very right of me to essentially take a video that I had made purely for my own reason, ethics, my own, that I had made out of my own sense of I guess sense of justice sounds a little bit much, but I mean something that I had made clearly just to speak my mind because I felt it needed to be said, and then trying to make it, make it into a view magnet. I just felt that was a bit not right. I didn't mean to close it like that. I think that's most of what I have from captures. Oh yeah, there's that. One of these days I would like to do one of those Google Translate mod streams. I mentioned this in a previous stream, but I feel like that would be a really fun time, especially if I had someone to work off of. Probably need sorry, I'm not thinking. One of these. You'll come in handy. The video's a little not the video, the music is a little unnerving. Something called, yeah. I suppose I could add borders to this. I don't know. We'll see if that sticks. I think I could add the little message here. Maybe have it engraved in the wood. Maybe not. Oh man. Uh I'm just really tired. I feel like I should get a little bit more done. Probably want some kind of long rectangle up here. Maybe it's a picture frame. Or a mirror. Probably use a shape tool on that when it's time to do the line art. Blah, blah. Huh. Maybe that's the thing about doing these late at night, in the evening. Just puts you out. I suppose having a coffee beforehand might have helped in that regard. Maybe put something there. Probably wanting a frame of some sort here. Now I'm just gonna have it be a mirror. Huh. Wait, add around here. I haven't been talking very much, have I? It's my own fault. I just got so tired all of a sudden. Let that be a lesson for next time. Bring caffeine. Music might also be putting me to sleep. There's only so many topics that you can come up with on your own. Okay, let's take a look. Still haven't figured out what to put here. Maybe a window? A window might do well. This is a pretty underrated Sonic song, in my opinion. The Sky Chase. How high do I want the window? Probably too big. That's better. Okay, I'll have to wrap it up because I just can't keep my eyes open any longer. I don't know why I did. Why did I do it like that? I don't know. Somewhere around there should be good. I think might have to call it there. Huh. Well, if you've stayed with me this far, I really appreciate you listening. And if you'd like to watch more streams of art, just want to talk, hear me talk about whatever comes to mind, whether it be Sonic or Kirby or indie animation or just movies. I had some thoughts about some movies that I was going to say, and then I couldn't remember what they were or what I was going to talk about. But yeah. Feel free to let me know in the comments, in the chat, wherever you can. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But and if any of the video ideas that I mentioned also sounds interesting, feel free to also let me know. And if you have a thought of your own that sounds like something you'd like to see, also let me know. And maybe I'll take an interest in it as well. If you'd like to see more of those English song covers, I got plenty of ideas, and I'd love to do those. But anyways, I think that's all for tonight. I'm going to rest, lay these eyes to rest. So, thank you for your time. That's all I have to say.